Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Zeri game. This is the brand new League of Legends champion in today's game. This is my second crack at the new champ. We're going to be focusing on my gameplay in this game. I was not recording it live because I don't normally record normal games, but here I am. Let me turn down the audio on the game in my ear. Holy jimbers. It's not as important as my succinct and gorgeous dictation of the gameplay. So here we are, making sure there's no enemies in that bush right there. I suppose, I guess we could take this opportunity to talk about the champion herself. So Zeri, if you don't know already, it's been explained in hundreds of videos on YouTube, but if you're watching this one and you haven't seen her yet or played her yet, then here I can tell you what she does. So Zeri is a little unique, little fun, little interesting. Her auto attack, her classical right-click auto attack, is an ability. Counts as an ability, scales with AP. Everything in the game that is ability-based is her little finger zap, is an ability. Versus her Q, which you can see me using there, is a no mana cost ability that is actually counts as your auto attack. So items that proc on hit work with your Q instead of traditional auto attacks. It's actually Q. You have to aim it. It only hits the first enemy hit, including minions, monsters, and all that. And so it has a little bit of those little fancy things to it. So there is my right click. It's a little finger, like a little finger snap zap thing that she does. Scales with AP. Slows an enemy if you are fully charged. You can see below the mana bar there's an orange scaling thing that scales up when you move or hit Qs. And when it's fully charged, your right click will slow enemies. Okay, so that's her Q. As her W, she has this little laser that she shoots out. And if you shoot it at a wall, and it hits the wall before its distance ends, then it will go through the wall, become a larger laser, and slow and reveal enemies, I think. I know it slows. I don't know about revealing enemies. I don't want to spread misinformation. Beautiful. And then her E is a dash. She can dash over terrain, very similar to Bard Tunnel, where you can dash over terrain as far as it goes, the entire distance, so you can do it in the alcove or on the way out to the top lane or to the bot lane, over the fountain, whatever you're feeling. And when you use the E, your auto attacks are also enhanced. Here is a nice W, you can see it becomes a larger laser there. Her auto attacks, instead of hitting only the first enemy, they will also pierce and go through enemies, traveling their full distance regardless, hitting every enemy in their path. And then her ultimate ability is on cast is a large AoE electric explosion, dealing ability power damage, I believe. Scaling with AP and AD. Then she also gains stacking move speed every time she hits her Q. Her Q is like Volley Bear, where it chains through targets. All of her auto attacks will pierce targets. Her auto attacks are faster as well. And she does a little bit more damage with her auto attacks as well. There's a nice little laser. Woo! Basically, she uses her ult. She hits level 6, and you want to fight from then on for the rest of the game. Is pretty much her deal. As soon as you hit 6, it's time to go. Before 6, she's a little weak, as you can see. Kind of not really even involved in these trades. Senna is doing most of the work in lane. I'm just focusing on hitting my Q on these minions, trying to learn how to last hit with this weird new mechanic. Although I say get used to, honestly, like 10 minutes in the practice tool, just last hitting minions before I played this game, and I didn't even notice a difference, to be honest. Like, in teamfights, you just feel like you're, like maybe Ezreal, but your Q has such a short time to cast, or cooldown I should say, that it doesn't even matter. So, yeah, at this point, still, I'm pretty much avoiding all enemy contact, and Senna's just having fun everywhere else. Galio is feeling himself. He's coming down to my lane. He's got a nice roam timer. We're going to look for this Senna here. And I get my dash off. I get a lot of good damage here. And my Q pierces through and is able to get my first kill of the game. Try to help the homie out a little bit here. Don't deal a ton more extra damage. But as you can see there, even if I'm like kind of a good distance from the battle itself, I'm able to dash in and then while I'm moving use my Q, and it kind of gives me I don't have to worry about I don't know how to say it. It feels like you can move better than other AD carries. Like you can move like kind of like Draven where you can place your axes. It's like you don't have to worry about always moving towards the enemy to auto attack because you have to click at them. You can move side to side and still aim your Q without interrupting your movement as much. It's like you press Q and it shoots the bullets and then it continues to move towards where you last right clicked. If that makes sense. So you kind of, it's like a little interrupt, you do your Q and then you keep moving. It's almost, you could use it as like a dodge or like a stutter step to dodge a Lux Q or a Morg bind or something like that. So after that first buy, we had a kill. We were able to buy Boots and Noon Quiver. The AD carry's Dream buy, first buy, I would say. I mean, obviously, you'd buy 6 items if you could, but realistically, we're farming pretty well. Have a 1 CS lead with waves even. I do also believe that her auto attacks, when fully charged, deal more damage to enemies that are below half HP. But it's good, like, when you start an engage, to just, like, auto, or Q auto, and then you can kind of chase as well. Also, oh yeah, I forgot. Also part of Zeri's passive here, oops, is her ability to steal shields. So when she deals damage to a shield, she will take 60% of the shield. Or sorry, 60% of the damage to shields gives her shield. And she also gets movement speed whenever she receives a shield. So things like Shield Bash could potentially be good. I don't know if there's an internal cooldown on Shield Bash, how long that is. But she could potentially get a shield from Sona, who has Summon Airy. Okay, here we go. I notice the ping comes out, and we move this way. We hit the Sona, I'm like, okay, we're going this way. I have my ulti here. I get the kill with the ulti, actually. And then I'm able to chase Ezreal here, ignore the rest of my team, and I can move through. Here comes an E over terrain. I'm able to get some more Qs off while still moving. A nice triple kill for your boy. Also, every time you hit a Q with your ulti, you gain movement speed, and the ulti will increase in duration, so you can use it longer. So after a quick triple kill, what could have been a quadra kill, I have a nice 12 CS lead and a 4 kill start. Here at 9 minutes, we have ourselves a shield bow, and then I consider the fact that I'm carrying this game, I switch to Kraken Slayer. Grab myself a control ward because I'm a team player, and check this out. We're going to E over the terrain. You can see how far you can get, almost all the way to the inhibitor. I have almost gotten all the way to the turret. I think it happens in this game, I'm not sure, but just like Bard, it's pretty much the same angle. So you can do that, which is pretty nice. As for the rest of my team, Mordekaiser's doing okay. Rengar has 2 kills now. He's asking for assistance. I see what's up. I'm on my way. Just kidding. Let me get that minion. Get hit by the pillar. Able to do a little poke damage. Walk back through the pillar. No big deal. One of my biggest grievances with this champ is that when she's not using her Q, her autos don't go through minions. And it becomes a little annoying to CS like backline minions. If they randomly get low because of targeting or something, then, oh man, they're all low, you have to move, or like use your fully charged auto to kill them, or fully charged right click. It's an ability. It's hard to explain, you know, because it's an ability, but it's also considered an auto attack. It is literally your auto attack. But you have to use that to sacrifice the slow to ensure a minion instead of using your Q, because your Q doesn't go through minions. Then you E and all your problems are solved. It doesn't matter. We go place a control ward, get that, keep that vision score higher than my enemy AD carry. Looking good, feeling good. The ultimate ability is up. I'm not sure how aggressive I plan on being. Rengar is nearby, but I'm pretty happy with just sitting here and auto-attacking. Looks like we may plan a tower dive with Rengar in the area. See there, I can steal a shield, I get a little bubble around me, and you move pretty quickly. This game I took lethal tempo. Is there a way to see my runes? Here, maybe? Yeah. So I have lethal tempo, triumph, legend of Alacrity. This is not important. What's important right now is me getting this kill and taking turret damage. Ezreal also dies. Okay, back to the runes. We have lethal tempo, triumph, legend of Alacrity, coup de grace, which probably could also be any number of other things. Wow. Probably use all 3 of those to good effect, depending on if you're playing mid lane, I guess. Last Stand could potentially be good in those skirmishes. Nice. Galio. Anyway, we're looking at Taste of Blood and Ravenous Hunter. I've yet to touch the Nasus, so we're still looking for a little bit more Omnivamp, but that's okay. Also, in other games, don't always use lethal tempo. Fleet footwork is pretty good as well, I've seen. Also, boots of swiftness and a sheen. We are looking to buy Essence Reaver second. Basically, always have enough mana to E and Alt and W all over the place. Your right click does not cost mana, and your Q does not cost mana, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's still nice to have basically unlimited mana, and it's a crit item, and Spell Blade procs pretty often on this champ when you E, when you auto attack, or Q rather, because it's an ability. No, sorry, I got that backwards. Look at this. Okay, here we go. I get Sona ulted. So disappointing. I still probably... Oh yeah. I take the L on that one. And Senna is gonna go ahead and crit these. She's in a bit of danger. She gets exhausted here. She's actually doing pretty well against the Sona. She could auto Q in a couple seconds, potentially get a kill here, and then she gets weak here. But she has her own Q to heal her. Dodges the ulti. Well done from the Senna. Come back with a long sword. Disappointing for me. Back to the Essence Reaver. It's basically all around pretty solid item for her, even though 2 of her abilities don't cost any mana. Having unlimited mana and Spellblade always able to proc. I don't know the specifics of the Spellblade. I'm kind of ignoring Senna here, my bad. But it's time to not do that. Here's the E. Probably should have waited and E'd over the wall. It doesn't end up mattering, but that would have been nice to do as well. And you see the lethal tempo works there to my advantage. Keep my range, even if Ezreal had to E away, I probably could have stayed with the Q. And for those who are wondering, your Q range does increase with lethal tempo. I've tested that myself just to make sure, absolutely sure, that it does, and it does. Here I am trying to get a ward in the Tribush. It's not going to happen. I don't know how to do it. It probably has something to do with that terrain. That's usually how these kind of wards work, but I couldn't figure it out. And he gets the cannon, ladies and gentlemen. So we're currently sitting on 7 kills. Rengar has 5 kills now as well. Our team is looking cracked. For a while in this game, while I was using Kraken Slayer, it felt like I was getting Kraken Slayer to proc every other auto. That's not the case. Here is some pretty good damage on that Sona. 2 auto attacks and she's almost half dead, which is really awesome. She had to back away in the 2v1. Sona has her R ready to go. She wants a piece. There you can see those 2 ranged minions died. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw Senna flash or something, but that didn't happen. You can see that the AoE of my Q can hit multiple minions that are standing right next to each other. You kind of aim right in between them and it doesn't even matter. There is a nice shield steal. I get a nice movement speed buff as well. We see Trundle behind us here. I am not paying attention. Senna saw it, so she E'd well. I miss a Q there. I miss a W there, but I go for the ulti. Dodge the Ezreal ult. Dodge the Sona ult. And now I'm feeling myself. Sona is weak. You can see the increased range of lethal tempo here. I get 1, 2, and a 3rd for the nice triple kill. Then Xerath shows up and says, hey, what's up, hello, my ulti is still up. I'm going to flash over this for the quadra kill. Nonasis is hiding in the base, so the penta is not going to happen. I've only gotten 1 penta in my life, and I don't even remember which champion it was. Probably Kai'Sa. Regardless, you can see there how powerful the ultimate ability is. Basically, you are able to have your ulti active, which increases your damage across the board. Use your W to slow, you dash in, you deal damage to multiple enemies at a time with the chaining effect. Your autos are faster, reaching there, regardless of your attack speed, right? Your autos are reaching enemies faster. Here we go, almost all the way to the tower. Regardless, I end up standing next to Senna, so wasting time trying to line up the E, you know, dealer's choice, I guess. More time in the fountain. All coming together. She is insane in these little skirmishes, these 2v2s, these 3v3s. Very, very good. Very capable on her own. Especially with fleet footwork, actually giving her a little bit of sustain and move speed. I've been thinking of trying Stormrazor on this champion just to give her another... There's a little nice thing here that you can do. While you're dashing through a wall, you can press your W and line it up. Or press your W before you go through the wall, depending on how short the wall is. And it will cast while you're dashing, and you can have a nice, fun little bit of play there. Where it slows while you're dashing through. Here's a nice dash over the wall. I missed that W, which cost me a kill. Disappointing. Good use of the wall to dash through, giving me that ability to catch up to my enemies. Kind of very similar to a Bard Tunnel. Um, but nobody else can follow me, which is nice for running away. Here I am, farming the jungle because at this point I have 11 kills after that quadra. Feeling good, feeling myself. 50% of my team's kills. Only 1 assist. It's amazing. I'm an 80 carry. I don't often perform this well. Here, Zeri goes ahead and hits me for half health. I was dumbfounded. We have ourselves a little bit of a skirmish here. I have my ulti ready to go. I slow the Nasus. Senna feels it. I'm a little bit disjointed, so I decide to go for the Zeri here. Cancel my Q a couple times by clicking sooner, but get a nice double kill here. And you can see I still have my ult active. Every time I hit a Q, it refreshes the duration. And eventually, I can slowly whittle down the Nasus, even with 2 full items and a pickaxe. It takes a good little bit to get through that frozen heart. And double no magic mantle. You can also W for vision. I was trying to find that chicken. I didn't see it, but then I walked past and saw it. Fun stuff. So another good team fight there, where I could have gone in on the first initial little area there, first team fight, but I decided to stay back, and then the Zeri and Sona ended up in my area, and I was able to ult both of them, and then auto-attack to my heart's content. And by auto-attack, I do mean Q. Again, very confusing champ, a little annoying to talk about, but you get the idea. Eventually we'll figure out a new way to describe these abilities. Instead of auto-attack, perhaps there is another way. Because her auto-attack is ability, but her actual thing that counts as auto-attacks is her Q. Very, very odd. And again, here we go, Wing for vision. Then Jungle Zeri here, using her E to go through all of the chickens at the same time could be viable. You never know. I'm not the one to say no. Look at that, long-range W, and then as soon as it hits the terrain, it has like a new distance. We get ourselves into a bit of a skirmish here. I'm stealing shields left and right, gaining my own shields here. I see how weak the Trundle is, so I kind of move in, and then I see how low the Sona is, and I hit her with my actual auto-attack. And I'm able to slow her. Then I get a little too antsy with myself here. He flashes over the wall. I have flashed, but I wasn't feeling it. I actually speed up quite a bit and almost die again here. So I decide to get up out of there. Zeri has a stun. I'm not messing with that. I do not know how to switch to gold, but I have 17 kills. And I do believe that the enemy surrenders here, which is very disappointing. I just bought Infinity Edge and was about to ruin some fools. So with that, that is my Zeri gameplay. Second game with the champion. 17 kills. Very fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed this more informational, not as hype, not fully edited or anything craziness, just a normal video. This isn't a ranked game or anything either. Just trying to talk about the new champion. I love her to death. I'm going to be maining her in the future as I continue my 80 carry role. And if you guys enjoy this video, then I'll continue to have some normal games or individual full game commentaries of different ranked games or normal games that I feel are good. I have a Sivir game that I will probably also be doing a video on soon, as it was actually, I wouldn't say it's a hard carry, but it was pretty good. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yabba dabba dabba, yabba dabba dabba, yabba dabba dabba da.